Greetings, let's start a new game. I play white and I play e4, e5. So now knight f3, knight c6. So we are going to play Italian opening, and I play 0-0. So it will be German opening with an attack with d4 when the opponent play f6. Knight f6, so it will be d4. And now the opponent needs to know the move, so he plays correctly. Bishop d captured d4. So now I captured with a knight. The correct move again to play with a knight. Bishop attacks the knight on f6. And okay, h6 and g5, and now I play e4. It's very famous and very beautiful trap for the opponent. Now he cannot take my bishop, he cannot take my pawn, so he needs to whatever he does right now, it will be a disaster for black. So if he takes my bishop with a pawn g, or my pawn with a pawn g or f, it will be a disaster. So he needs to find another way, and the opponent is thinking. He spent already 1 minute for this opening, just several moves, and he continue thinking. This position is very difficult for analysis. And so let's check if it will be g. If he takes the bishop, I will take the pawn and I will capture one knight at least. If he takes the pawn, my pawn with pawn g, I will play. I will capture this pawn. And if he take my pawn with a pawn e, I will also capture the knight. So now he plays d5, and this is very complicated for me. I know I need to play ed, I think, because whatever I think whatever I think, so I come to the idea of ed, because if I take the pawn e, he will take my bishop, and after that he will take my second bishop. So I need to capture the pawn ed, and he recapture my pawn. Now I have a problem, because okay, now I decide to take, because it will be a problem on e3, and now at least I would get some material. So it will be equal position. I mean equal position in terms of material, but the black king is in trouble. He cannot so right now he cannot castle on any side, because the queen side is prevented by my bishop. The king side would be suicide. So I'm gonna play bishop f6 now. Yeah, he wants to. I'm gonna play bishop f6, but before, I think knight c3 is a much better idea. I need to develop my knight and develop my rook, otherwise I will regret. And about the bishop f6, now I'm not sure if it's the right way, because it is a checkmate. Maybe I play queen d2. Queen d2 is a better idea. I need to protect my pawn and protect my bishop at the same time. And there is no attack on me. Plus I will be able to include my second rook on a1 to e1. So the opponent still have not much time, but the position is definitely not for 20 seconds. Okay, he attacks my pawn, and he attacks my bishop, and so bishop attacks my pawn. So I developed the rook on e1. I want to attack the king, and now if I take with the rook, if I took with the rook, he will castle. Therefore, I decided to take with the bishop, and now it will be a check. So I have to take it. So right now, check with the knight. I have to take it with the bishop, and now I decide to attack. And if my queen was on d1, I would checkmate the black very fast. But now, yeah, he is afraid of the same idea. I don't know why he took my pawn. Seriously, don't know. Maybe because he is absence of time. Right now or maybe he miscalculated something. So I attack him, then take the second pawn. Now I'm going to finally attack. I need to think about pushing the bishop and put my knight into the better position. So check the king. I think after a few manipulations I need to move my pawn h2 to h7, but so far I'm thinking how to win the pawn c7 if it's possible. So I attack the bishop again. Maybe I had to play b3, but okay, now I play the knight with the knight, and then I need to protect the pawn, so I play b3. He attacked my knight, and now because he didn't have enough time, so it will be a fork, so he need to play rook d8, but he made a mistake and lost the bishop. I think we played a fantastic game, and especially the opening. The position appeared after I played f2, f4. With the pawn f2, f4 is one of the most beautiful trap existed in Italian opening. I mean this position. In this position I played f2, f4, and the natural idea of black to take the bishop would be bad because I capture the pawn fe, and then two knights under attack, and in fact, after I take one knight, the position of black is not so good, plus the king's position is vulnerable due to the pawn f7, which will be attacked by the bishop and the rook. Now, if one takes the pawn with the ef, in this case I take a knight. Then if my pawn is taken by gf, and I will attack with a rook. I will play rook f4, and then again position of black will be bad because ef, and I take the knight d4 with the queen, and then after that I immediately capture the knight f6 with a bishop. And then position of black will be not so good. My opponent spent more than 1 minute in this position, and he found a good move, d5, and this is the best move in that position. However, because he spent a lot of time, in the end he didn't have much time, and about 5-6 seconds to the end, and therefore he didn't manage to sustain such a time pressure, and made a few very bad moves, and this is why he lost. I want to analyze this game because I think this game is nice, and I want to analyze the moves around this position. So we start with e4, and the opponent played e5. I play knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, bishop c5. This is just standard theory of Italian opening. And then I played a very calm move. castle. The idea of this move, I want to save my king first, and then I want to attack on the black side. He played the most aggressive move here, and if I play c3, it would be like similar variation to the original c3, but black have advantage there because black can always play d5. Take and play d5 with better position than in general. In general, so okay, c5, dc, and right now actually the engine shows that position is good for black. What if, yeah, if white wants, so right now knight is protected and there is no way to attack the knight. So this is why it's too late to play c3, and I play immediately d4. This is German's Gambit, and very aggressive, and I already won several games recently, just playing this month. And if you get this position, so if you get this position, be sure that the game will be very aggressive, very competitive, and there are many traps for black. So black have a chance to get to a trap, and they need to play a very specific moves, and just basically they need to know the opening, or they need to find just one move or maybe a couple of moves which saves them. Okay, right now if the black plays ed, so captures my pawn with the pawn, so I'll play e5 and it will be attack, and black will have disadvantage in most cases. If the black takes the pawn with the knight, it's actually more serious mistake. And now if black castle, so I will attack the knight, and the knight cannot just escape like this. People think that they escape like this, but not. It will not happen. I will take the knight with the bishop, and when the other bishop recaptures the knight, I will attack the king. Check. And if there are different variations, so king can move away. Well, in this case, I take pawn dc, and it will be a check on the king side. Capture, and move here, take. White has better position, basically. Again, take, and knight a3, take, attack, move here, attack here, and don't understand why it's so, but right now white has 6 pawns when the black has 5 pawns. and this is the best variation, because otherwise if black decided to play with a capture with a rook, so knight will capture, and after that white has more material, so white has rook for the bishop. Okay, so you see that black should be very careful when they do something in this opening, and the right thing, and my opponent played correctly, so I take with the correctly captured my pawn with the bishop, so I capture his bishop, he captures back, and now I play bishop g5. Suggested move is f4, but I like this more aggressive variation. Now the opponent played actually correctly h6, and I move bishop g5. Now the right way is to d6 to little bit reduce pressure on black side, but my opponent played g5. He thought it's great solution for him, because after that he can play d6 and prevent my f4, but now I play f4, and my opponent spent about 1 minute thinking about these moves, about what to do in this position. This is a very famous trap in this opening. Unfortunately, nobody played, therefore nobody knows. But it's a very tough position as well, not for blitz game, and especially most people would take something like that. Then I take a pawn, and after black play d5, I can either take a pawn. Actually, this doesn't give me any advantage, so I need to take the take this, then he takes that, so take, capture, and what we have plus 0.5 and 3, 5, 7, 3, 5, so basically white has a better position here, but I think I like the position even position with when I capture the pawn right now. I like this position as well. So this position we'll see again. I basically like this position, no problem, because black have destroyed pawn structure, and white structure is okay. White just need to develop the knight here. So remember this position. So this position a little bit plus for white. Now if I take, and notice that you need to find this move d5 anyway. If one takes the pawn with the with the pawn on g4, then it will be a terrified attack, rook f4, and in that case definitely white will win, and you need to find black will need to find c5 to save at least something, otherwise white will win much more. So if wait, okay, I mean this position. So in this position, so take, captured, and take, and if I don't know, play something queen e7, so white takes the queen, and take the knight and also want to take the rook. So now the right move is here. The only move to save is here, but then it will be the same idea. The same idea. Black will be in a big trouble because white would like to capture this knight. In any case, even after c5 take. No, actually not that version. Should be check, then move, take, because in this version white also takes the pawn. So white position is much better now. Now let's go back and try to. Okay, if one take with this pawn, so queen will take d4, and after castle white plays c3. So because if black takes the pawn, the position again will be terrible. Close to checkmate at least. Check, move, and sooner or later white supposed to win. Take, queen takes, bishop check, move, and yeah, and basically queen will take and win the position. So my opponent spent about 1 minute here and he found the best move. In fact, he found move d5. I spent also some time after that to find move ed, simply because I don't remember this position. The best way is to take the bishop, and we got the position similar to what we had before. We already saw that position. Now the estimation 0.4, previously estimation was 0.3, but it doesn't matter. And the idea suggested move also changed. But the idea is the position of white is still better. Okay, now no. d5, I take, and the opponent play knight d5, and I still have a good position, but I didn't find this queen e1. Queen e1 would really good. Queen e1 would be really good, and then take the pawn, take, capture, check, and I think you would like to play for white. Not so far it's just plus one pawn, but I'm sure you would like to play for white, not for black. So now let's go further. So the way how I played is I captured the pawn. No, I captured the knight. And here I captured the knight, so then I play, I take the pawn. In fact, the good move here, this move is very complicated to figure out, because the idea is to exchange the queens. So my queen will move here, he will check, attack me to the checkmate, and then I exchange the queen, and position is not, I mean, -1 pawn. I don't think immediately how it's so bad, but it's not good, not as good as previous positions, because his pawns after this move, I need to move, he captures, I capture, and in this position black has advantage. just because 3 pawns are together, and black has an extra pawn here. So, but the opponent of course didn't see that variation. He just took with my pawn, and then I captured with the pawn. He played bishop e6, and the best would be bishop d7. But I don't see the difference. But knight c3, and he moved back. He wants to still attack my pawn because he wants to add his rook to this game. And I play queen d4. So the idea is to protect the pawn, or protect the bishop and protect the pawn. He plays rook g8, I play rook e1, and now he plays f6. The engine suggests it's a mistake, but I don't see that a mistake. He check, I captured, he recaptured, and this was in the game. And then I found the move rook f1. Actually, the best was like playing knight or playing the bishop here. But I found the rook plus f1, and after bishop g4, the position is equal, more or less. However, the opponent didn't find this move. He sacrificed his rook to exchange the queen. It seems that he all the time wanted to exchange the queen, and because he thought that after exchanging the queen, his position would be normalized. And now what we have, I have an extra knight, and my position is super good. So I win the position. So now he plays the rook, I check, he moved further, I capture the pawn, he check, I protect it, and after several moves, so after a few maneuvers, I'm not sure those maneuvers are good or not, but in general I still have advantage, and I protect my pawn here, and then attack him. He attacks me, I attack him, and instead of protecting, he just gave me the bishop. There is no reason to give me the bishop now. In this position, I was thinking about to find a way to make him thinking more, because he has only 5 seconds. On the other hand, I can move anytime I can start moving my pawn to the queen and win the game. In any case, okay, I hope you like this game. This is very rare but very beautiful, extremely beautiful trap, and I hope you like my analysis of this trap position, and like the video. See you next time. Bye bye.